Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Double Trouble. Today we have a best 2 out of 3 against Moody Pones. We've battled her before and we actually did not win that battle from what I can remember. Now I'm not going to blame it on team matchup, but it was team matchup. No, I'm half kidding and stuff. My team was very weak to ice and fire and she just happened to have the Mamozard combo and it just kind of ruined me, but I played my best and it wasn't just because of team matchup. But today we are going again. Now she probably already uploaded this video because this is going up on a Wednesday in the far future, a week from the day I'm recording it ish, and she said she was uploading it tonight, so for tonight for me is like a week before this video, so you'll probably already see the outcome of this video beforehand by the time this video comes up. But this is going to be my side. I think hers is going to be live, mine's going to be post because we battled, I wouldn't say it was too late at night, but I was out of the recording swing, so I wasn't about to record a video. Plus, you know, in important battles like this where I'm battling someone who I know is really good and it's not just randomly battle spot, I tend to do a little bit better outside. So I've got some notes that I'm going to go over real quick. Her whole team was Sceptile, Latias, Lantern, Crobat, and Mawile, and Blaziken. That was 5, I needed 6. So, you know, looking at her team, you know, she had quite a potential for Megas. You got Sceptile, Latias, Mawile, Blaziken, but looking at the team, I really didn't think she was going to be running Blaziken. Mawile was definitely the biggest candidate, but, you know, looking at the team, I sort of realized that I had perfect coverage with Aromatisse and Camerupt, so I was going to start off with that. My plan was basically, you know, if you start off with Latias, I'd be in sort of a bit of an issue because, you know, it does get Surf and I can't take it down quick enough with Aromatisse and Camerupt, so I wasn't really sure what I was going to do about Latias. As you can see, my whole team in the bottom. My only real choice against Latias is Bisharp, but I didn't really like Bisharp's matchup against the rest of the team. You know, Mawile's Intimidate could be really helpful, but I didn't see Bisharp being really too useful in this battle. So I ended up just bringing Camerupt and Aromatisse, thinking that was going to be pretty much perfect for the team. And then Kofagrigus in the back, specifically for Blaziken and Mawile. I figured that if she brought one of those two, their lack of ability would be really helpful and beneficial for us. Plus, I didn't think Blaziken can really do very much to Kofagrigus, so and it does run Psychic, so I figured that was a good bet for that. And I brought Crawdaunt for the slim chance that if I had Trick Room up, it would give me basically a one-shot to Latias with knockoff. That was pretty much my hope there, and plus, you know, if I'm caught outside of Trick Room, and it's just, you know, Crawdaunt versus Blaziken, Aqua Jet should KO the Blaziken, so that was my thought process here. So I'm gonna hit play, we're gonna get going. Remember, this is best 2 out of 3. I do have the videos lined up, so once we're done with this episode, this battle, we'll go straight to the second part of this. So she ends up starting with Sceptile and Crobat. Now, I really expected a Mega Sceptile here. I just didn't see any reason why she wouldn't, and if she didn't Mega Evolve, she wouldn't stay in, because Heat Wave would definitely take her out. So right off the bat, I'm going to Mega Evolve. I have no need to protect, because really nothing here threatens me out. So I'm just going to go straight for the Heat Wave. She goes for Taunt, forgetting about Aromaveal, and that's very unfortunate, and then goes for Leaf Storm. I'm like, that's fine, you know, it probably won't do too much. And it does, like, I want to say that was 70%. That was ridiculous. And then I go for Heat Wave, and I missed the Sceptile, and that's exactly who I needed to hit, and it was really unfortunate. But I do a lot of damage to that Crobat. So I get my Trick Room up, and, you know, I'm in a good position right now. I don't have to worry about, you know, anything. If I go for a Heat Wave and a Draining Kiss, the Sceptile's probably dead. But unfortunately, I did miss it the first turn, and she does get that Protect off this second turn. And I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do? That is so not good. So in comes Lantern, and I'm thinking, you know, I can't afford to not take out this Lantern, because if the Lantern takes out my Camerupt, you know, I said before, Camerupt handles her entire team. So I just went for Earth Power on the Lantern. I wasn't predicting the switch out. I was sort of hoping that the Draining Kiss from Aromatisse would be more than enough to take out the Sceptile. I know it's not a strong attack, it's only base 50, but Sceptile's really frail, so I thought it would be good enough, but unfortunately, it wasn't. And I was like, oh, man, you know, we got this Blaziken in here who I'm really not too worried about. And I'm trying to think, you know, what my best play would be again in this situation, and I figured I have Cofagrigus in the back. I really need to finish off this Sceptile. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for Heat Wave again. And I miss again. Oh my god. And then, you know, of course, you know, I go for Draining Kiss on it again as well. And had I hit it, it would have definitely been dead, without a doubt in my mind. And now the Blaziken goes for Blaze Kick, and I'm like, that's not a big deal. It crits! It freaking crits! And I'm like, no, this is not good. I'm going to lose my Aromatisse. Aromatisse is my backup plan for Sceptile. Oh, this is terrible. The world is ending. And I'm like, this is not good. You know, I missed 2 Heat Waves in a row. I got crit, and now I'm at an HP range where I can't take another Blaze Kick. And then Trick Room goes out, and I'm like, this is game. This is so game. So I'm like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring Crawdon. She's definitely going to protect with the Blaziken, right? Or, no, sorry. I figured what she was going to do is try and finish off the Aromatisse and then go for a Leaf Storm on the Crawdon. So I was like, I'm going to protect, you know, get that Blaziken losing HP. I kind of thought it would actually go down to Life Orb, but obviously I was wrong about that. So I just have Crawdon left and Cofagrigus, and I need to beat the Sceptile. So I'm like, she's definitely going to protect here, because she really needs to, because otherwise I can Aqua Jet it. And I saw that coming. So what I did was I actually Aqua Jetted Sceptile. I knew it wasn't going to do a lot, but I figured better do some damage than no damage at all. You never know. Sceptile is frail, so while it does quad resist Aqua Jet, I had a feeling that it might do a little bit more. It didn't, but that's not a big deal. I ended up double attacking the Sceptile here because I figured I do not need to worry about Blaziken. Blaziken cannot touch my Cofagrigus, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it can't. So, I'm not a big deal. Now, she does miss the Blaze Kick, and that's really unfortunate, but I am 9,000% sure it would not have taken me out, regardless of a crit. So it really didn't matter in the long run, and the hacks was crazy in that battle. But all in all, it really did not matter. I was still able to pull through, which is great. You know, Camerupt definitely would have taken out her entire team that time had I not missed that Sceptile those 2 times in a row. The first time wasn't a big deal because, you know, I couldn't really finish her off the next turn anyway, but the second time it did, it was just, oh man, that was so terrible. And the fact that Leaf Storm did so much to me really threw me off. I know I'm not resistant to it, I am neutral to it, and Sceptile does have a lot of power, so it makes sense, you know, in my mind at the end, but during the battle I was like, that is not good. Why is it doing so much? So we're going to move on to the second battle, and this time, you know, I liked my matchup. I really did. Like I said, Camerupt and Aromatisse really did cover her team very well. So I was like, I don't really care, you know, I'm going to bring the same Pokemon. I have no reason for Bisharp or Tangrowth, you know, Tangrowth's kind of not really good against this team, because I really doubt she's going to bring Mawile, considering I do have Camerupt, and Camerupt does handle Mawile really well, whereas, as you saw, you know, Camerupt can kind of handle Sceptile, but that miss is really unfortunate. So this is going to be the second battle, and as we go in, you know, I'm still in the back of my mind, I'm like, what am I going to do about that Latias? I really don't know. And of course she starts off with it, and I'm put in a position where I'm not really sure what to do. I'm figuring, the way we saw the damage earlier in the last battle, I figured what she was going to do was double attack Camerupt here to get rid of it, because as we know, I've said it a few times already, Camerupt handles her team really well. So with Camerupt gone, I'll have a harder time powering through her team. Now she goes for Helping Hand, and I'm like, good, okay, good. I went for Protect, this is going to be great. She's just going to hit into the Protect, that's going to be great. I'll get my Trick Room up. She targeted Aromatisse, and fortunately for me, unfortunately for her, she missed. I want to say that mattered. It mattered a lot. Now I go for Heat Wave again, and as you can see, me missing the first game really mattered. It was so crucial. So we both had really crucial misses. I'm pretty sure that Leaf Storm, if it didn't take me out, my Aromatisse this battle, it would have been close. It would have been really close. So it's a real toss-up. It really is. Now, obviously, I'm not doing very much damage to this Latias, and it's about a three hit KO because the way I'm looking at it, she did get a crit. I think it would have been about a 4-hit KO, but with the crit, it's about a 3-hit KO, and you know, I can stay in a couple more turns, not a big deal. So she goes for Dragon Pulse. You know, I'm going to lose some HP, but the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, I actually should probably try and take out the Lantern, right? Whittle the Latias down as much as I can, and sack off the camera. And you may be thinking, right, why are you going to do that? Well, looking at the rest of her team, she's not going to have that Mawile. I realize that a safe switch into Crawdon will actually be a really good play. I will be able to basically beat with just Crawdon. Because, you know, the Latias is down, the Sceptile is down, the Lantern's down. The Latias will die to a knockoff without a doubt in my mind. Crobat will go down to a Crab Hammer without a doubt in my mind. And Blaziken will go down. But then, the more I thought about it, the more I realized that that's not a good play. And the reason it's not a good play is because she's most likely going to bring out the Blaziken. And what do? You know, the Aromatisse clearly can't take out the Latias in a hit. So I'd have to double target into it, and Aromatisse can't hit the Blaziken. So if I brought in Crawdon here, and Crawdon's definitely my win condition, I would lose, because Blaziken or Latias could very easily take it out. So a 2-on-2 situation, it wouldn't really work well for me. You know what I'm saying? And plus, Trick Room was close to being done, so it was one of those things where I was like, no, I need to go into Kofagrigas here. Now, she does go for a Helping Hand boosted Blaziken, and as you can see from that damage, that was Helping Hand boosted. The crit definitely mattered in the first game, because that like went all the way down into red, and even Helping Hand boosted, I didn't go that far. So it's just something to note. So I go for Shadow Ball here. It's not going to take it out, but it does a lot more than Draining Kiss has been doing. I mean, obviously Draining Kiss is like 50 power, and Shadow Ball's 80, and Kofagrigas has a lot more special attack, and Aromatisse only has like base 90. So all in all, it makes sense, but you know, I almost brought in Crawdon there, and I think that would have been my demise because, well, I wouldn't say it would have been the complete end. It would have been a really long battle against that Latias, but it could have worked out pretty poorly because Latias could have very easily gone for an attack like Thunderbolt or something. I don't know what she carries. We only saw Helping Hand, Dragon Pulse, and Recover, so I really don't know if she's carrying like Thunderbolt or something like that. So you don't, in that position, I would have been able to hit the Latias but not take it out, and take out the Blaziken, but then the Latias could very easily Thunderbolt me, and if she was counting turns, she would have realized that Trick Room would have been over by then, and then could have gone for a Recover and wouldn't have died so quickly, because as we saw, she was fairly defensive. So that was 2 games, both I won. We didn't really see very much from from some of those Pokemon, which sometimes can be good, but in a best 2 out of 3, you know, sometimes you want to scout what moves people have, because, you know, that Lantern could have been Scarfed. We didn't really know, and if it was and it caught us outside of Trick Room, that would have been bad. And, you know, the Crowbot only showed Taunt, so we weren't really sure if it could, if it had, like, Super Fang, which could have really destroyed or, like, Cross Poison, which could have put a huge dent into our Aromatisse. So, sometimes, you know, not seeing that is kind of a little, unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? She said she wanted a Flare Blitz on her Blaziken, but I think that actually might have been a little bit more detrimental to her, simply because, you know, the recoil, and she has Life Orb, and I think all in all, the Blaziken would have gone down a lot faster, and it still wouldn't have really done very much. So that's just kind of my opinion on that matter. But yeah, so it was a good battle. I really enjoyed it. I definitely did. I was on edge that first battle because of all those misses. I was like, oh, this is not gonna end well. Oh my god! But you know, it ended up being pretty good. I was able to overcome some of that hacks, and she did get hacked herself, so it's a little unfortunate. But you know, I didn't really freak out in the first battle too much. So you know, it does happen sometimes, and you know, none of us were really forcing that hack. So it's one of those things where it's like, it happens. Stuff happens. Not much you can really do about it. Had I lost, I probably still would have been saying the same thing. Definitely crucial bits of hacks. I don't think any real hacks that happened wasn't crucial. It was, for both sides, pretty crucial. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys at the next episode. Peace.